Hi, I'm Michael Mina.
I'm Murad Lalu.
And I'm Michelle Brandt.
Murad, Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Michelle, Happy New Year's.
Thank you very much.
Murad, thank you so much for coming and helping cook New Year's dinner with us.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me. Basically, what I want to start with is preserved lemons. And if there is one thing in Moroccan food that would represent the cuisine properly and it would actually add something to other foods, I would say it's preserved lemons. So when I did my book and I wrote the book, the one thing coming back over and over again was preserved lemons because how versatile they are, how easy they are to make. When preserving lemons, you have the main ingredient when you do that is time. You need to have a lot of patience. So you start basically with two ingredients, lemons and salt. To start with, you have a bowl full of salt. It could be sea salt, kosher salt. It just has to be a little bit coarse. And you score, these lemons have been washed and dried completely because moisture is not good when you preserve. So we score them on both sides, but they don't get scored all the way down. If the lemon is really big, then you're going to use more salt. But the trick is just open the slices and just pack it as much as you can. I mean, as much as you can. So these will go into a jar and you just drop it in there. And you can see that you need to squeeze a little bit. After a few minutes, the salt will make the juices from the fruit come out. So they'll start to rise a little bit. Let's do one more.
Okay.
What we want to do is the first day we don't put any lemon juice in the jar. So what we want to do is when I have like a harsh contact between the salt and the fruit to bruise it and break the molecules down. So you can see that there's a little bit of juice coming out at the bottom. And it also depends on the fruit itself. If it's not that juicy, you might have to wait a couple of days. And then all you have to do, seal it and leave it on your counter for a day.
Okay.
The next day, this will probably be full, maybe a third of the way.
Really?
You know, all the juices will be coming out. Once that happens, you need to go back and push it down, push the fruit down, you know, press in there, and you might have to do another lemon or half a lemon just to make sure that everything is pressed down. Once that happens, you add lemon juice. And you just have to make sure that everything is submerged inside. If there is any fruit whatsoever that is hanging over the top, it will oxidize and it will actually melt you. So after a couple of days of shaking, so what you need to do is like the juice starts to come up and then you shake the jar to make sure that the salt is distributed amongst the whole fruit, and then you seal it, and this goes into a cold, dark place for a month. You don't touch it.
Dark place.
Yeah, you don't do anything to it. You just let it do its thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And after a month, it will completely transform. It's like a metamorphosis. It's like unbelievable.
Want to taste one, Michelle?
Yes.
So basically, once they're done, this is after, these lemons are probably a couple months old.
Wow.
You see how they break down. They become softer. And you don't just use the rind. This is like a misconception about preserved lemons.
Right.
You basically use the whole fruit. You use the syrup that develops in the jar.
Right.
That becomes like my seasoning for salads and for stews. The bulb, I just use it in stews. I just scoop it out, put it in a stew, and I don't use any salt, and that flavors the stew. But the most popular part about the fruit is the rind. So go ahead and give it a try.
Ooh, it's great, huh?
And you can see how much umami.
Salty.
I mean, it doesn't feel like, it doesn't really feel like a lemon anymore. You know, there's so much salt. There's so much. It's just like it's our version of soy sauce, basically.
I was going to say, it reminds me of soy sauce.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Delicious.
delicious. Really, really incredible.
Thank you, Murad.
Thank you.
Thank you.